Erin Patten, and it's time for Meta Business. And today we're focusing on how leaders can co-create a shared vision with their teams and their organization. One of the biggest challenges that I find when working with CEOs, organizational leaders, and even startup founders is they have difficulty communicating their direction, their strategy with their staff members such that everyone's on one accord. It seems that oftentimes leaders are finding themselves being pulled in different directions, and folks really aren't just jumping on the train. And why? I'm sure you're like, why is that? Because they lack a shared vision, whether it's in our workplace or in our families or with our partners or with our children. If we want to go somewhere, if we want to do something major, if we want to do something extraordinary, we all have to share the same vision. And we know from scripture, Proverbs, it says that without a shared vision, and I mean not to share, but without a vision, the people will perish. The people will perish without a vision. And so let's take that and extract that piece of a universal law to understand how we can apply it into a business setting, into your home setting, into your not only your work life, but your full life. And the first way is to just get clear. Get clear on what your vision is. Sometimes leaders may think they know where they want to go, may think they have the whole plan, the strategic plan laid out, and it's still unclear where you're trying to go. So the first way in making sure you can co-create a shared vision with your team is to first get clear on what your vision is. And I say this every week, and I will continue to say this. One of the most quickest ways, fastest ways, the least path of resistance way of getting to a clear vision is through meditation, is through visualization. Being able to see where you're going clearly and being able to visualize it and feel what it looks like and sense what it looks like and smell what it looks like is amazing way of making sure that it can manifest in its fullness and wholeness. Let's look at some of the greats in this space. Tiger Woods. We all are familiar with his story and understand that even as like a 12-year-old, a young kid, he used to visualize himself making the holes. And so if you're able to see yourself on the course, see yourself making the goal, it's the same way in every other aspect of your life. So many athletes do this. So many athletes employ this technique, seeing basketball hoops, making shots, all these things. We can apply this in business. We can apply this to life. We can sit down with ourselves, even if it's just 15, 20 minutes a day, and visualize that which we want to see happen for ourselves and for our organizations. And the more you become clear on what your vision is, the more confidence you have in it. The more confidence you have in it, the more conviction you have in it. The more conviction you have in it, the better you're able to communicate it. The better you're able to share it. The better you're able to make it and break it down simply so that people can understand you. And that brings us to our next point, because once you're clear on the vision, the next part is being able to create a safe and open dialogue with your team around the vision. Yes, you got to communicate it. You have to hear from others, and you have to be able to do it in a space where it can be received. And oftentimes it has to be out of the workspace, or the traditional workspace, if you will. So one way to do this is by creating a workshop, doing a half day, a full day workshop. Some companies like to do full on weekend retreats. Go to someplace exotic, go to someplace beautiful, get creative, have a space where you can be safe. Your team members can feel like they can also be safe and honest and truthful. So there can be a dialogue around what this vision could be. There could be what I like to call a co-creation, where everyone has a say in what the end goal will be. And in this way, you're able to even improve on your own vision. You might have thought you had this something in mind, and then you hear from all these other smart, intelligent people who you hired, who you brought onto your team, to being able to add their input, add their perspectives. So often employees, staff, people are so caught up in the day-to-day work of getting their activities done, reaching their goals, that they're not looking up. They're not able to see the stars and the moon and the sun as you are as a leader. And so this gives them an opportunity to open themselves up, get on your level, being able to see what you see. And that's a great and beautiful way of creating a shared vision. And last, and certainly not least, is being able to be open and honest. And dare I say vulnerable. because there's so many leaders in this space who, are perfect. You're perfect, you look great, you have great resumes, and sometimes people can be intimidated by that. Your staff members can be intimidated by that. They may be scared to be honest with you because you seem so perfect. and that can be farther from the truth because we all know that we're all human. We are not perfect. We are striving for a daily, of course, but we fall short in so many ways. And by being able to communicate that with your team, being able to appear more human is the easiest way to create that bond, to create that connection where your staff can also be able to share with you. Because what this is about is by creating open lines of communication, creating bonds, creating consciousness in community such that the vision can be shared and executed and implemented and manifested. So at the end of the day, making sure that you are living in your truth, sharing your truth, which in turn is infectious. It allows everyone else around you to share in their truth, to live in their truth, and be who they came here to be. And that's the goal, right? So again, we're going to run through that. The first way in which you want to create a shared vision for your team is by getting clear on what your vision is. Being able to see it, feel it, taste it, touch it, know exactly what that is so you can be confident and convicted in communicating it. And when you're creating those lines of communications, number 2 is making sure you have a safe space, a safe environment to cultivate rich dialogue around what that vision could be for everyone involved, not just you, but everyone involved, whether it's your organization, your company, your family, your partnership. Let's share that vision. And number 3, be open, be honest, be vulnerable, be you. At the end of the day, you have to be you. You have to let people see you, because the more people see you, the more they feel seen. And then that way, that vision, it just happens naturally. That co-creation, it happens naturally. So y'all, I want you to take these nuggets, go out there, create a beautiful vision for yourself and for your organization, and manifest the life of your dreams, the goals of your dreams. And if you want to find more tips, you can check me out on my website at erinpatten.com. Also, please drop a comment. Let me know how this resonates with you. Shoot me a DM if you want to connect and learn more, talk more. I love you all so much. Peace.